think it's something for me, when you're in the business and you're with a team, it's not, I think what happens to people in our sport is that it's not the connection to be a head coach, it's the connection to be part of a team. When you're out, it's a really lonely feeling. And you can connect to different teams all you want, but it's only temporary. So for us, it's not being a head coach, it's being connected to the team. And it's like, one of the things that really helped me was that when you're on a team, you don't feel like you need anybody. You feel like it's a powerful situation. And then when you're out, you feel like you need everybody. And I was lucky. I mean, I had a lot of friends in the business that got me to stay busy by going and watching their teams and participating with them, and hooked up back with Hockey Canada, hooked up back with doing some pro scouting for Columbus and stuff like that. So I was lucky in that way, but it's a real eye-opener when you're, really since I started coaching in '73, I've never been disconnected from a team since '73. That's almost 40 years, and it's a different feeling when you're out. So I didn't care what I did. I mean, other than I didn't want to do the ice, but anything else I wanted to be connected again.
Mitch, what about getting this sort of individual recognition at this stage in your career? Pretty much done everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Chris, I don't look at it that way. I look at it more, to me, the nomination means more than the award, to be honest with you. When you're nominated, it means that the three of us did a hell of a job. And the award's a vote. I mean, who knows? Who knows how people vote? Who knows who does it or whatever? But when you're nominated, it's a consensus of what the three of us did. And I'm happiest for Mac, because I coached against Mac in the '90s, and I thought he was the hardest guy I ever coached against in the eye when he was in Peoria and we were in Kalamazoo. The games were like, every game was like a playoff game. And I thought, man, this guy's going to be a heck of a coach. And look how long it took him to get to be a head guy. And I was really happy for him.
You're a historian. I mean,
Yeah.
When you look at the names on that trophy, Scotty Bowman and all the other names, just what do you think about your name being there? I mean, it's on the cup with them, but on this trophy.
Well, everything I've learned is from Montreal Canadiens. I came up through that background. So when I went to Dallas, it was influenced by Bob Gainey and Doug Jarvis. And Bob learned everything from Scotty and Tobe, Sam. And so the Montreal way was the way we did it in Dallas, and it's the way I believe. And I spent 10 years with Bo, and I learned everything that Montreal did when they won all their cups, how they treated their players. Even though they had superstars, it was team first. Everything I learned is from the '70s from Montreal. And Bob walked me through the whole process. Who had impact on teams, who to play at the right times. And so I'm a product of that environment, and I'm a product of no matter how skilled you are, everybody checks. Checking is the team. And no matter how skilled you are, everybody has to commit to 200 feet. And Montreal was able to do that when they had all those great players. And so I believe in that philosophy, and I think that's a winning philosophy. And the best talent in the world and the best teams in the world, when they won all their cups in a row there, they were able to do it, and I think I can get teams to do that.
What do you think it says about your ability as a coach that 13 years after the last time you were nominated for this award, you win it, and the league has completely changed over that time?
Well, I know the X's and O's, but I study people. I pride myself in studying people, and I've worked hard at my craft. I just don't go into coaches' clinics and look at X's and O's and power plays and penalty killing. I go to millennial seminars for kids. I talk to junior coaches all the time on getting updated on when the change is there. I talk to military people who have cadets who are going through the same issues as our kids are. I study people, and I pride myself in staying current. I like their music. I listen to their music. I like the things that they think and do. I study them to try to understand what they're doing. I'm not sitting and resting on my laurels. That's the part of our sport and in general teams that fascinate me. It's not the winning or the losing. I can deal with that. To me, it's all the march. It's learning about the the composite of the group and understanding what makes certain players tick and understanding how you better be prepared to change, because 5 years ago, if you dealt with the players the same way you do now, you would have no success. They've changed a lot, and you got to adapt. And so I really pride myself in that.
You listen to their music?
Yeah.
Or like what?
Well,
Like
I
what?
just, to me, the players laugh like crazy, but my favorite TV station is Palladia. And I watch Palladia 4 or 5 hours a day till it drives people nuts. But I love that channel, and I love the concerts. I love the music that comes out. I mean, I understand, I try to understand that environment. I think I'm current, and I pride myself in being current. I'm fascinated by, more than anything, I'm fascinated by this age group, because Generation Y is, the big thing is why. They ask that question every day. They just don't do what they're told or do what you want. They want to know why. And I think that they're making us as coaches, this generation is making us as coaches more accountable than we've ever been in our life. And if they don't buy what we're selling, they're not buying. They're not going to go and play for you. And I think that's a real challenge that we got to face. It's been interesting.
Ken, where does this